Hey guys! So it is the end of the year and that means that it's time for me to make my top 10 games this year. As always, I'm interested in what you guys think. So if you have a different list or you have something different to say about my list, leave it in the comments below. If your favourite game is not on this list, it's not because I hate it or something, it's most probably because I haven't played it yet. Jak and Daxter Trilogy. So this game had to be on my list. The PS2 games were my favourite games of the PS2, especially my favourite being Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy. So I was going to enjoy this game regardless just because of nostalgia reasons. But I think these games have really solid 3D platforming. They upscaled well in HD, like nothing was really that ugly. Everything looked pretty good. All the different Jak games, if you played them before, they all innovate and are a different type of game each time. So it's a great little cheap collection to spend some time on. Even though technically these games came out last gen in different years, I still had to have it on my list just because I had so much fun playing them again. Assassin's Creed 3. I think I'm in the same boat as a lot of people that would say they were slightly disappointed with this game just because it had such a slow start and wasn't exactly what was advertised, which was actually in the game, until a lot later. So it was an extremely slow start which bogged it down. But after everything got going again, the setting is wonderful and they improved gameplay a lot from Assassin's Creed 2, I thought. Not so much with the platforming elements, that's still a bit weird. But the setting was excellent, the ship combat was really fun, and the fighting combat I thought was extremely improved from the last games as well. So once the game actually got going is when it really shined, and I thought it was quite an enjoyable game once you got to there. Dishonored. So this was a new IP that came out this year. It's quite surprising to see new IPs this late in the console life cycle, but I'm really glad it came. So your focus is to assassinate targets, but you're giving a wide variety of ways to do it, like sneaking around. You can upgrade different powers and stuff like that, which I think was great. There was definitely an emphasis on choice and replaying the game again, and I thought it was short and sweet. Also, I really loved the elements of the actual setting of the game, how it was really mysterious and steampunk setting, and I thought that like the graphics that they used with it was really vibrant, and yeah, everything went together really well to make a quite solid game. Hitman. I know there's been a lot of discrepancies with fans of the series, but I hadn't played Blood Money or anything else before that. I'll probably play them when the collection comes out next year. But this game, I thought the gameplay was really tight. Definitely the best assassination game in my opinion this year. I feel the best parts of the game, and what I understand is the older Hitmans, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's where they kind of just give you a sandbox and they drop you in somewhere and they say assassinate that target. And you're just given a lot of ways to do it. And there's a point system in your assassination, so say if you get spotted, you lose points, and if you do like a really creative assassination, then you gain points. So I really liked the multiplayer aspect of that, where I could see where my friends were at, how much points they got, and then try to beat them. Sleeping Dogs, another new IP. This year, I'm so glad Square Enix picked this up. This is basically an open world game set in Hong Kong. The actual setting and atmosphere, I think, really captures Hong Kong's feelings, where they use real environments from there. I think the combat system was really a step in a good direction for open world games, just because it showed that you could have really strong hand-to-hand combat while still having the open world, so I think other games should adopt that in the future. I also think the story was pretty good, and the actual voice acting of everyone was great. I had so much fun with this game. I enjoyed it so much more than, say, GTA 4. This one doesn't take itself too seriously, and I really want to get back to it. There's still collectibles and different side missions and stuff to do. Final Fantasy 13 too. So this is a direct continuation of Final Fantasy 13. I think the developers listened a lot to the fans for what to fix, so this was more of an open type game where there were side quests included, like shops, people to talk to, etc., other than Final Fantasy 13, which is more of a corridor fest. I thought it was really enjoyable. The story was alright. I actually really loved the ending of the game. I think this is one of the best villains that they've set up for a game, and and I still can't get enough of the combat system of these games. That's like my favourite part of them. So overall, I think this is a good progression from Final Fantasy 13. I'm excited for Lightning Returns next year, as I hope that continues with the innovations. And this was just a great fun game this year. Right, Mass Effect 3. Fun fact, I got my game signed by Jennifer Hale. So this was the conclusion to the trilogy. I didn't think it was as good as Mass Effect 2, as that was more character focused, while this one is more story progression focused. I really think BioWare improved with some elements of the game, like the cover-based shooting I thought got a lot better. The set pieces and action sequences I thought were massive, which were absolutely beautiful to play at. And I thought the inclusion of multiplayer didn't feel tacked on and garbage, it actually fit the game. I think the ending of this game will haunt it forever, really. That's the first thing that people bring up when you mention Mass Effect 3. But I thought it was alright, and they fixed it up a bit, which was better. And I thought this was just a great RPG this year. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. So I think when everyone first saw this game, they just thought it was a straight, blatant rip-off of Super Smash Bros. But that's completely untrue. It's a different mechanic underlying the whole winning and losing of the game. So this game is so high on my list just because it is so fun to play with friends. It is so accessible, so even my friends that never play games really can still pick up and get it in about 10 minutes. But with the accessibility, it's also so deep that a person that knows the combos of their character well, knows how their character plays, can obviously beat them. I think the fighting is really polished. They definitely didn't get lazy with their characters, where every single character is different and fits a different play style. And the character roster I thought was alright as well. It also had Vita cross-buy, so I have Vita, so I've been playing that on there as well. So I have a feeling I'm going to be playing this game for many more years to come. Borderlands 2. This is an unbelievably fun game. You've got millions of guns, it's RPG type upgrade system, plenty of loot to get. There is so much hours to be played in this game. It's not funny how much. If you were going to get one game this year, I would just tell you to get this one. I think it improved a lot on the original Borderlands by just doing little things. Like greater variety of environments, which made everything just a bit nicer to look at. The humor in this game is really great. It's kind of strange humor, but I really like it. I haven't laughed this much in a game, I think, since Portal 2. Voice acting for Claptrap and Handsome Jack were done really well. And the other great part of this game is the multiplayer aspect, where it's just drop in, drop out, co-op. And I just continually keep on going back to this game because it's just so fun, and shooting someone and stealing their loot never really gets old. So my favourite game this year is none other than Journey on the PlayStation Network. There is only one word to describe this game, and that is an absolute masterpiece. The actual experience of this game, it's about 2.5 hours, is one of the best 2.5 hours I've ever spent in gaming in my life. The perfectly put together multiplayer, mixed with the visuals of the game and the aesthetic of it, the kind of minimalistic menus, a story which you make up in your mind, and the absolutely beautiful sound design all merged together to make this wonderful, amazing experience. Graphically as well, I think it's one of the most beautiful games on the PS3. The changing colours, everything is so vibrant. And when I finished this game, I couldn't exactly put together what it was, but the feelings that this game gives you is absolutely amazing. I think I sat there when I finished it for ages, just being like, wow. I think I was nearly in tears how much emotion was put actually into this game and how everything worked together. And then just continually for weeks and months later, I'd still be thinking about Journey. I think a stack of people have missed out on this game because it wasn't like a retail release, it was a PlayStation Network game. So I still talk to people and they haven't even heard of it. So I would not recommend you enough to play Journey if you haven't already. If you have spare 2.5 hours in like your afternoon or something, I promise you not only that this will be like a really enjoyable couple of hours, but I reckon it will be one of the best couple hours of gaming that you'll ever have in your life too. And that is the end of my list this year. If you enjoyed this video, you can like it and you can subscribe up there. Our next video I should make should be the 10 most anticipated games of 2013, because that looks like a pretty good year for games. I'll see you guys later. Bye!